there, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel, Glam with Suzanne. For those that are new, thank you so much for stopping by. So today's video is going to be all about spoilers. Yes, potential future spoilers that are out on some surveys. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We are also going to discuss and clarify some questions around the Tarte palette and the Kylie skincare product for June. And I'm just going to give you guys an overall update. So if that interests you, be sure to continue watching. First thing that I want to address before jumping into today's spoiler video is just a little bit of information about me. I think as my social media platforms have been getting bigger and I've been so blessed to have all of you, with that always comes a little bit of questioning around who I am and things like that. So I just want to clarify and put it out there. Hi, my name is Suzanne. For those that don't know me, I actually am from Toronto, Canada. For those that know already, I have a background in nursing, but I also love makeup the way that you guys do. I do a little bit of freelance makeup as well. Now, the one thing that most people know me for is my Boxycharm sneak peek page, which I absolutely adore. I started that because I was just a regular paying subscriber and I wanted to post different spoilers that I was seeing. It was a page that was created for us to be able to share our spoilers, give our feedback, and have a voice about what's going into a box, and to build a community for people that love makeup the way that I do and subscription boxes the way that I do. So that's sort of where it started. And the one thing that I want to clarify as the page is getting bigger is that I don't work for Boxycharm. I know that's the biggest misconception out there. Any content that I produce on YouTube or on my actual Boxycharm sneak peek page is all directed by me. There's no influence by Boxycharm or by anybody else whatsoever. I make my own content. I've never created any paid content for Boxycharm. I decide on making Boxycharm content because it's what I love doing. It's what you guys love seeing as well. And with that, I want to clarify that the information that I give you guys is information that Boxycharm has stated either in their lives or the posts that they've created, or in the Facebook forum groups, wherever the case may be. I'm constantly digging for information for you guys and trying to make sure that I get it all clarified and as accurate as possible before I present it to all of you. And yes, I've been very, very lucky to meet some of the people that work for Boxycharm, and they've been very, very sweet to me when we have met. But I personally believe that you can have professional relationships with brands and be completely objective when you go ahead and review and when you go ahead and present information. So I just want to make that absolutely clear that whenever I do a review or anything like that, those are my opinions. Sometimes I absolutely love the box. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes certain products work for me. Sometimes they don't. But however, the way that I like to do reviews is that I like to be able to critique the product and the actual box itself. And if there is a product in there that doesn't work for me, I'll tell you why it doesn't work for me. I'd rather take a constructive criticism approach rather than trashing a product, because who knows, it may work for someone out there. Just because it doesn't work for me because of my complexion, because of my skin tone, because of what my needs are as a makeup artist or what I actually enjoy just on a personal level, doesn't mean that that product is absolute trash, right? So that's the sort of way that I like to think of things. I'm always super logical when it comes to things like that. I don't really get too emotional when I review a product or get super outlandish or make crazy statements. It's just not who I am. I'm not overly dramatic that way. And I think that that's what some people are looking for from me, and that's not what you're going to get from me. You're going to get a very fair review, and if it doesn't work for me, I'm going to tell you why, and I'll be super critical if there's a variation that I don't like I did back in April. But that's pretty much what I can offer you guys, is just an objective and unbiased review to the best of my ability. And like I've said in the past, I know what it's like to be a paying subscriber, and I know how much money that goes into being able to save for these boxes on a monthly basis, especially for my Canadians out there. You know what it's like, girls and guys out there, with the currency exchange, with everything else. It's always so much harder for us, and I know that for other people as well. And so every dollar counts, and I get that. So when I try to review a product, I try to take that into consideration. So for me, the Boxycharm value still speaks to me. I still see the value in the boxes overall. Fair enough, there are some misses some months, but that's simply what I wanted to say and put that out there for you guys, that I love doing this type of content. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys enjoy it, then please continue watching it. If it's not for you, then I totally get it, and that's totally fine. So without further ado, let's get right into today's video. The very first thing that I want to address is the Tarte and Kylie skincare spoilers that came out for June. I know a lot of people did see a picture of the Tarte Cosmetics and the Kylie skincare foaming cleanser in a picture, and then it was taken down. And so people started to worry that that product was no longer being offered. So I'm going to go ahead and insert a clip with Joe explaining exactly what happened with the picture being taken down. And the fact is that we are still getting those products in the box. Nothing has changed whatsoever, but you could hear it directly from him. So let's get right into the clip.
Issue. You will receive Kylie and you will receive the Tarte. I don't understand why you think that's exactly why I'm here. So this is the Tarte palette. that you're going to be receiving. Let me open it better. This is the Tarte palette you'll be receiving if you are a Lux member and we run your card in the beginning of the month. Maybe towards the end of the month, we'll have a mystery box and you're not going to see it. But if you're currently a Lux member and you are on the wait list and we run your card, this is the palette you're receiving. Okay? Second, Kylie, you're receiving Kylie. We told you you're going to receive it. You're going to receive it. I know we haven't had any more images online. It was just images issue. We needed to get some rights for the images and so on, but we're going to post this. Everyone gets the Kylie. Okay, same exact thing. If you're subscribed now and all that, you'll receive the product. Into the month, things might be different because we sell out the box. We build mystery boxes and so on. But Lux members, yes, this and the Luxy and the Kylie, sorry, I said Luxy, Kylie product that we showed you. Okay, that is just to clarify, okay? By the way, if it's going to be another palette, it will be also a Tarte palette for people that will join later into June. If we ran out of those, it's going to be a very similar palette to this, just to clarify. But right now, everyone gets this, and it's all good, okay?
Now, for those that are asking for a full June spoiler recap or rundown like I usually do, I will have one up really soon for you guys. I just want to hold off until a little bit later in the week because I suspect that they're going to be dropping some more new spoilers, so I want to take all that information and put it together into a really good video for you guys, so that should be coming up later on this week. And for those that are asking a little bit about my May box, unfortunately, they're being held up right now with the COVID delays. Unfortunately, Canada Post is just not delivering our packages the way that they used to, and that's totally understandable. However, that's why I haven't unboxed the May boxes yet, so I'm hoping to get them this week. Fingers crossed. If I do, I will be filming them, of course. I will be sure to review them, let you guys know my thoughts on the products and all that good stuff. And I'm expecting my May and premium box to come around the same time, and that review will come up really soon. Now let's talk a little bit about Boxycharm surveys. So for those that don't know, Boxycharm does send out surveys via email to its active subscribers only. Now, when Joe was asked about this, he did say that the system just selects subscribers to send the email to, and they will be trying to send the email out to more subscribers. So if you haven't gotten it already, don't worry, you should be getting it in the future. It doesn't mean that you're never going to get these surveys in the future. The only thing that I would recommend is if you are not signed up to email from Boxycharm, go onto their website, go down all the way to the bottom and click newsletter, and be sure to enter your email address so that way you can get email communication from Boxycharm. So just because you are a subscriber, it doesn't necessarily mean you're getting all email communication. So be sure to enroll into that if you haven't already. It's a great way to know what's coming up in Boxycharm. Like I said, they do these surveys. Sometimes they might be sending out some other promotional information. Sometimes they send out information about the charm room where you can redeem your charms from reviewing products. So they send out all types of information through that newsletter. So be sure to enter if you haven't already. Joe explained that the purpose of these surveys is to be able to get direct feedback from charmers. So what they are trying to do is send out potential future products that could be featured in Boxycharm. And again, keep in mind, these are products that could be featured. They're not 100% going to be featured in Boxycharm, but they're trying to get a sense of what you like and what you don't like. So be sure to take these surveys. If you do get them in the email, don't ignore them. They don't take very much time, and I definitely think that they're worthwhile for you to take because you help the entire Boxycharm community by taking them. So basically, you just go through the questions and they ask you about different products. If you like them, they also show you different types of boxes and say, would you like to get this type of box with this type of products in it? So you go ahead and just rate them by like a little heart symbol. So you give it like out of 5 hearts, you know, depending on whatever you want to give it. So that's pretty much the surveys in its structure, and they do go out quite often. I don't really know how often because I don't work for Boxy, but from what I've heard from charmers, they go out pretty regularly. So if you haven't gotten it this time around, you probably will get it in the future. We are going to talk a little bit about an interesting survey that a subscriber sent to me, and they are screenshots from her survey, and I will not be naming her to protect her privacy, but we're going to go through the survey itself, and I'll let you know what my thoughts are based on the images that I'm seeing. And I do think that there are some possible future spoilers in this survey because there's actually some confirmed spoilers in this survey. So I'm gonna leave it up to you guys and let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think that we're gonna see some of these products that we see in this survey in future boxes? Comment in the comment section below. So what I'm going to do for this video is I'm gonna have my trusty work phone, and yes, this is my work phone, it's pretty beat up, but I have some pictures of the survey on here that I can go through with you guys, and then we'll talk a little bit at the very end. So let's go ahead and jump in. Survey does show 3 different products in it, and it shows the Too Faced Natural Eyeshadow Palette, which we just got in the May Premium box. and it shows two other options, which is the Kat Von D perfumes. So they were in Saint or in Sinner, and these look to be a full size because they do have a retail value of $45 on the actual picture, and it gave people the opportunity to select which one they would have preferred out of this. And again, this is just for the survey purposes. So I would be interested to see if perfumes will make it into our boxes in the future. I know we have seen some scents in Boxycharm before because some people did get the English Laundry Rollerball, but I'd be interested to see if we get full-size perfumes. That would be the dream. I know that it would be really hard to determine the right scent, for the right subscriber, but even if it was a choice option, I think that would be pretty cool. I don't know what you guys would think about fragrances. Comment down below, because I know many of you are sensitive to scents, but if it was choice, I think that it's a great way to incorporate it into the subscription box. So now we're going to move into the next photo that was in the survey, and this is probably where it gets more interesting. So this survey question asked subscribers what they would think about this particular box, and it showed them 5 products in that survey. It showed the Kylie Skincare Cleansing Foam. It also showed the Tarte Blush Palette. I believe it's the Bliss palette. It has 4 colors in it. It also showed the Ciate London Dewy Spritz. It's like a luminous setting spray. And there's a palette in there, and based on my reverse search on Google, again, that's just me being crazy. That's the amount of work that I put in to try to figure out these spoilers. It came up as most similar to Party in a Palette, and it's just basically a face palette with a blush, a highlighter, and 6 different eyeshadows, I believe. Now, the one thing that's making me skeptical about this being in an immediate Boxycharm box is the fact that it's a holiday themed palette. So I don't know if that's something for much later on in the year, or if it's something that they would still incorporate. The last product in this picture is actually a skincare item, and it's the J. June Calming Masks, or they look like sheet masks. I just found this image rather interesting because we do know that the Kylie Skincare Foaming Cleanser will be debuted in June. So I wonder if any of these products will be coming up soon. Personally, I would hope to see the Tarte Bliss Blush Palette. I love blushes. I like Tarte blushes. I think they perform really, really nicely. They're usually really finely milled. They usually look very nice on different complexions as well. And based on the color scheme in this, it seems like it would work for people of fair to even deep complexions. So it's a much more inclusive product than some of the products we've seen in the past. We will have to wait and see if any of these other 4 products ever make it into Boxycharm at all. But fingers crossed the Tarte palette does. Let me know which product from these 5 products that you would like to see in a future Boxycharm box. Be sure to comment below as always. So now let's move on to the next image from the survey. Now moving on to the next survey question, it did show again 5 products, and it asked people what they would think if they received these products in their future box. So the very first one is the Touch and Soul Orange palette that we are seeing in June. It's confirmed for the June base box. Then the second product in this picture was also very interesting because it's being featured in the base box as well for June. It's the Pure Lease BB Cream. It's going to be a variation. And then there are 3 other images in this actual variation that they showed us. So I wonder if these will be future variations as well for June or for maybe future months. And the third product is of lashes. They don't really say which lash brand it is, so we don't really know, unfortunately. And the fourth product in this picture is a set of Luxie brushes. They look like they could be eyeshadow brushes. I'm not really sure. It's a set of 5 brushes, which I think is always such a great value in a box. And Luxie brushes perform so beautifully, so I'm always eager to see them in a Boxycharm box. So that is one of the products. And then of course, the last product is the one that we saw in the other variation. It's the J. June Calming Skincare Masks. Moving right along to the next survey question, and this variation showed again 5 items. The very first one was the Kylie Skincare item, which we know is coming in June, and then the Pure Lease BB Cream, again, which we know is coming in June, and the Tula Brightening Eye Balm, which again is coming in June. The 3 of the 5 items are coming in one of the June subscription boxes, so we already know that this variation might be pretty interesting. Now, the 4th item that's in here is actually a really awesome Luxie brush set, different than the one in the previous picture. This one does show 5 items, but it does have like a face brush, and it looks more targeted for the face area with maybe a potential blending brush in here. It's really hard to tell from the image because it's so small. And then a spoolie as well. 5th item survey is actually from a company that we've seen in Boxycharm before. It's called The Real Her, and this is the I Am Strong Universal Definer Brow Pencil. Now, I always feel very torn about universal brow pencils because for me, they're always a little bit on the lighter side because they're trying to appeal to everyone, people with, really, really light hair to really, really dark hair. So they work if you have about a medium like hair tone or a medium complexion. But if you do have pitch black hair, they're usually not necessarily dark enough, at least in my experience. So I'm always a bit hesitant about universal brow pencils. I would much rather get you know, one for dark hair. Those are just my feelings, of course. Now let's move on to the next survey question. The very first one was the Kylie Skincare Foaming Cleanser, which we've already seen. The next item up beside that one is actually by 11 Skin, and we haven't gotten anything from them in Boxycharm before, at least to what I can recall. They are an absolutely amazing skincare company. I have seen a product from them in FabFitFun before. This is the NACY2 Pollution Defense Booster, and I have tried their Rose Gold Radiance Booster, and it does wonders for my skin. It's actually what I've been using regularly and absolutely in love with it. The thing about 111 Skin is that they are so expensive. This actual little serum or booster that you see retails for $135, which is absolutely mind-blowing. So I would love to see it in a future Boxycharm box. For those that are wondering what it actually does, basically it's a serum and it does have the power of protective peptides, antioxidants. It's supposed to shield your skin from damage from free radicals and blue light, and it's supposed to also hydrate the skin. There's a whole bunch of amazing benefits in this serum, so fingers crossed this is a future spoiler, at least I hope it is. The third product in this picture is actually the Lily Lashes Triple X Mascara, which we know is coming to the base box as well as the Boxy Luxe box in June. So that item's already confirmed. The fourth item in this box is actually the Blink Primer Mascara. This item, if I'm not mistaken, was featured in the May box for, I believe, the base box. I'm not sure if it was the primer or the mascara, but I know it was a Blink mascara of some sort. So I'm not exactly sure if this is actually the same one or something a little bit different. And the last product in here is the Real Her Universal Brow Definer that we've seen in the last picture. So at least 2 and maybe possibly 3 of the products are confirmed products for Boxycharm. So it makes me wonder if the 11 Skin product or the Real Her Definer Brow will be in a future Boxycharm box. I am hoping for the 11 Skincare Radiance Booster Serum. That stuff is just so good. Like I said, the Rose Gold one performs absolutely amazing on me, so I am hoping that it's coming to Boxycharm, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. The last variation that I'm going to show you is actually a variation for premium box, because when the survey was sent out, it says, as a premium box, how excited would you be if you received this box? So I do know that if these products do get featured in Boxycharm boxes, they're probably going to be in the premium box, just as a heads up. Now, some of these products have been confirmed and some of them have actually been placed in the box already, and that's actually 3 out of the 6 products. So we're kind of getting somewhere. So let's start with the very first item that we see in this picture. It's the Kat Von D Sinner Perfume. It's very interesting to see that this is being offered in a Boxycharm box and not an add-on or pop-up or anything like that. So I wonder if they are going to make it a choice item in a future Boxycharm box. The item right beside it is the Smashbox Setting Spray, which we know for sure is going to be a base spoiler for June. The item beside that one is actually by another brand that we haven't seen in Boxycharm before. It's by a brand called Kosas. I think that's how you say it. Don't come for me. I think that's how you say it. And the little duo is called the Color and Light Palette. They do have 2 different shade colors in each palette. They do come in many different shades, of course. This is just one of them. That is a brand new brand that we haven't seen at Boxycharm, and may be a possibility that they are coming to Boxycharm. Fingers crossed, because I have seen them on the Sephora website. They are a little bit on the pricier side, so I'd love to be able to test it out in a subscription box. That would always be awesome. And then the next item beside that one is actually been featured in our May box, in our May premium box for some people. It was the Baddington brushes that came in a set of 2. And then beside that was actually the Jouer lip gloss, which was in the May premium box. And then the last item in this variation is by Teami, and it looks like it's some sort of like water or tea shaker or something like that. So those are the 6 products that they showed in the premium variation on the survey. So that brings us to the end of the pictures from this particular survey that was sent out. And keep in mind, babes, that this survey was sent out, I think, months and months ago. So I do think that they try to get a sense of what subscribers want in advance, so they can determine if they're going to place them in the box or if they're not going to place them in the box. And Joe did say that not all of the items that are shown on the surveys will make it into the boxes for whatever reasons. Either, you know, Charmers didn't respond to it very well, or whatever the case it may be with the brand trying to get them in the box. So there's different reasons logistically why it may not be in the box. But I think it's so important to take these surveys because they are going to determine what products are going to be in future boxes, and you want to make sure that you have a voice in the curation process when Boxycharm determines what products to place in their boxes. So babes, that brings us to the end of today's video. I had so much fun being able to go through all the different potential products coming up. It's always really exciting to see what's in the pipeline for Boxycharm, at least for me anyways, but I would love to hear your thoughts. What were your thoughts on the survey images that I showed you today? Was there anything that piqued your interest? Also, what other products are you hoping to see in Boxycharm? Comment down below. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It lets me know what type of content you guys like to see on this channel. And I want to take a moment and thank all my ride or dies who support me on all my social platforms. You guys are the best, and I can't wait to see you guys on another video. Until then, be sure to smash that subscribe button and click the bell notification so you don't miss when I upload. I have some really awesome new content coming for you guys. I actually finally learned a way to do my nails at home, which it's really hard to see on the screen there for you guys, but it's super easy. So I think I'm going to be filming that as well. So let me know if you guys want to see some nail tutorials on this channel, and let me know what other content you guys are into right now, because I'm always on the hunt for something new and exciting. And I'm currently running a giveaway with a company called Easehold, who makes absolutely amazing makeup mirrors. So be sure to enter that giveaway by checking out my last video, and all the details on how to enter will be in that video as well. So I hope you guys are staying safe wherever you are, and I can't wait to see you guys in another video. Bye bye, babes.